Hi, and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that may link with the summer transfer move to Arsenal. First of all, I want to say congratulations to Matt Turner. Saved the penalty yesterday against Jamaica. Mixed emotions because I wanted Jamaica to win that game. Yeah, my mum's and dad's team. But he saved the penalty in that game. It was also on his birthday as well. USA drawing 1-1 with Jamaica. Also want to thank everybody who came down to the Claude Cup. What a brilliant day it was. AFTV All-Stars versus the DR Sports All-Stars. The videos for the day are going to be out in the next couple of days, right? So you'll be able to watch it. It was a great match, I can tell you that. You'll still be able to donate. When those videos come out, you'll still be able to donate to the great cause. But what a brilliant day it was. It was really fantastic. And to everybody who came down there, great attendance. Thank you very, very much. All the proceeds go towards a really, really great cause. Getting into the transfers, of course, yesterday, the Declan Rice thing again was buzzing around. This time, the pendulum seemed to swing towards Arsenal. There was lots and lots of ITKs out there sort of suggesting that Arsenal are now the favourites to get Declan Rice's signature. There's even been talk that Manchester City are seeking assurances from Declan Rice before they make a bid. They obviously don't want to look stupid, go and make a bid, and then that bid means nothing because he's got his heart set on Arsenal. The talk is, and it's the talk, it's the rumours, just like we had the rumours the previous day to that, is that Declan Rice wants to join Arsenal, that Declan Rice has already given his assurances to Mikel Arteta and Arsenal that he wants to join them. It's something that I heard right at the start of the window. It's one of the reasons why apparently Arsenal were in no mega rush to put, the big bid in. However, with Man City coming into play, that's really, sped up things. There's even talk that Arsenal had an emergency board meeting on Friday to try and thrash out their new deal, which would sort of have, new installments in it that achievable quicker. It's yet to be seen when this bid is going to go in, but I really do feel over the next 2 days, we're going to sort of get an idea of where Declan Rice is going to go to. I'm sure this one's going to get resolved this week, but Declan Rice seemingly looking like his favourites, Arsenal looking the favourites to get Declan Rice signature at this moment in time, despite the interest from Man City. And as I said on yesterday's show, if they could pull this off, it would be massive for Arsenal, massive for Edu, massive for Arteta and all the guys who do the deals at Arsenal. If they don't do it, it's going to be quite embarrassing. It's going to be a real blow. However, they have to think of a plan B, as they always do, and they've done really, really well with their plan Bs in the past. Now, the plan B, which has been touted by some publications, including Corriere dello Sport in Italy, is that Arsenal will make a move for Sergei Milinkovic-Savic of Lazio. A really fantastic player, the Serbian international, 28 now, but his contract at Lazio is up at the end of next season, and he's not renewing that deal. So Lazio have a decision to make. Keep hold of him and he walks away for a free at the end of next season, or sell him now and try and get as much money as possible for him. He's been one of the best players consistently in Italian football, say over the last three years. He's been brilliant. I mean, last season, if you look at his stats, 36 appearances, 9 goals, 8 assists. A player really that should be playing in the Champions League. He really is of the highest order, a real top quality player. Now, of course, top quality players don't just interest one club, they interest multiple clubs. And Corriere dello Sport claiming that Inter Milan and Juventus are the 2 clubs that are really, really interested in signing him. Both big names. Inter, of course, have got Champions League football next season. Juventus don't. Lazio holding out for between 40 to 50 million pounds. So not the most expensive deal to be done in the world when you think about the caliber of player. So could Arsenal move from Milinkovic-Savic if they are unable to get Declan Rice? Let's keep an eye on this one. Declan Rice is the top priority. Of course, that's who Arsenal want. But we've seen in the past, as I said, how well they've moved for those plan Bs when it hasn't worked out. And should they be getting him anyway? Because it's still the talk that Thomas Partey is going to move on. I read this story, right? Juventus, who's one of the clubs in Italy that are really interested in signing him, said that they'd offer Arthur Melo in exchange. Are they having a laugh? Arthur Melo, who went on loan to Liverpool. I don't even think he played a game. He was terrible. He's been terrible for the last few seasons. I mean, a player who was, when he was at Barcelona, was considered one of the next big things. It really hasn't happened for him. But that was one of the talks that they offered him in exchange. There's no way Arsenal are going to do that. They're also offering a flat £15.5 million for Thomas Partey. Arsenal don't want to sell Thomas Partey for that low. They didn't really want to sell him in the first place, but it's Partey who's sort of pushing the move. They want more than that. The Saudis are offering double what Juventus are offering. However, the player himself would like to stay in Europe, and he favours a move to Italy. So looks like that one won't be resolved quickly. We're going to have to keep an eye on that situation. But Thomas Partey. And then there's Romeo Lavia. Lots of reports coming out about Lavia, that he's super keen to join Arsenal, that he's verbally agreed with Mikel Arteta that he wants to come to Arsenal and only Arsenal. Southampton, of course, would love a bidding war. There's been talk of Chelsea getting involved if they can't get Caicedo. Liverpool, we know, are looking for midfielders. Could they come in? That would be the perfect scenario for Southampton. They've seen what's happened over at West Ham. They love to drive the price up. They want around about £40 million. Arsenal would like to pay a little bit less than that. But there's going to be some bargaining to be done on that one. But the player, the good news is the player himself, Lavia, wants to join Arsenal. Just like Jurriën Timber, he only wants to join Arsenal. That is according to Fabrizio Romano, who put out some tweets regarding that yesterday, saying that he's encouraged by the project by Mikel Arteta and encouraged by everything around Arsenal, and that is the only club he wants to join. Now, of course, Arsenal put in a bid of £30 million, which was rejected. A second bid is said to be incoming soon from Arsenal. But obviously, when you get that encouragement from the player that he wants to come only to you, that helps you with your bidding process. Maybe you don't have to go in as high as you really wanted to. We know that Ajax, as I said, they're looking for up to £50 million if they can get that. It's probably going to be lower than that. But expect a second bid from Arsenal. But Jurriën Timber really excited about joining Arsenal. It's good that players at the moment, just name two there, Lavia, also Timber. And if Declan Rice was to join, that shows that Arsenal are really making steps in showing that they are a really exciting team to come to. A few years ago, we weren't. You know what I mean? We were really on a downer. But I think everybody can see that this club's moving forward. You can see it's a young team. It challenged for the league last season. It's back in the Champions League. And it just looks a more exciting proposition for a player if you want to join a team on the up. Another plan B, I'm talking a lot about plan Bs, right? Plan Bs for Jurriën Timber, if that didn't come off, is Mark Guehi. Arsenal still continue to be linked to the Crystal Palace centre-back. Arsenal would prefer Timber because of his versatility, that ability to play as a right-back as well, although Guehi can do that as well, both right-footed centre-backs, but Timber a bit more versatile. Palace still want to hold out for around about £50 million. I think Arsenal would definitely prefer to get Jurriën Timber. There's a bit of an English tax going on that price, but that is what Palace are looking for Mark Guehi. So if Mark Guehi's worth £50 million as a centre-back, England international top player, why is following Balogun, his asking price has been set at £35 million. For me, that seems too low. But that's a lot of the reports going around today that Arsenal have set the asking price for following Balogun of £35 million. USA International now, they're starting striker. scored 21 goals last season. I still think that is too low. I mean, if he was playing over in France or Germany and had the season that he just had, they'd want more money than 35 million. They'd be wanting, I mean, look how much money he's wanting for Jurriën Timber. I know he's a much more established international. But as I said, just compare it back to Mark Guehi. Mark Guehi, they're wanting like 50 million. All right, they might not get that, but if it like 40 to 45 million, I think that's the sort of price that we should be putting out there for Balogun. Balogun should be 45 to 50 million pounds. There's clubs after him. AC Milan are interested. Inter Milan are interested. RB Leipzig. That's just 3 clubs interested in his signature. For me, that price needs to go up. It just seems a bit too low for me for following Balogun. I'd love to know what you guys think in the comments. And what's going to happen with Mohamed Elneny? Of course, he had an injury hit season last year. I think he only played 5 games. Really limited game time. However, Arsenal did sign a 1-year contract extension with him, but his contract will be up next season. Now, Besiktas over there in Turkey are said to be interested in taking him on a seasons-long loan and then, you know, take him on a season-long loan and then he just walks straight into Besiktas next year for free. I don't think Arsenal are going to go for that. If Mohamed Elneny does move on, they'll be looking for a fee for him. He's valued at around about £6 million. He's 30 now. As I said, never let the team down. Very unlucky with injuries last year. And Arsenal, you know, they still gave him a new contract. Will he still be an Arsenal player by the end of the window? He's always a useful player, squad player. We'll have to keep an eye and see what happens. So, potentially a busy week for Arsenal. First of all, Havertz should get done. Mikel Arteta was speaking, I think, to Marca yesterday, and he was talking about Kai Havertz indirectly. He didn't sort of want to name him by name, but he was talking about how he's a talented player and versatile player. That deal's going to happen this week. It's said to be around about 65 million when you add all the add-ons. What's going to happen with Rice? Will another big go in? Jurriën Timber, Lavia is still hotting up here at Arsenal. Let's see what happens this week, but it could be a very important week for some of these big transfers. And we'll be all over it here on AFTV. So keep it locked here. Keep your notifications on. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And we'll keep you up to date with all the rumours across Arsenal Football Club. Thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.
Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.